Justin Bieber is falling apart right in front of our eyes, and it's not a good look. Every day it seems like he's at war with the paparazzi, spinning into a public meltdown that's hard to ignore. The videos are everywhere. Bieber looking frazzled, calling the cops, claiming he's being followed and endangered by people with cameras. But here's the thing. If it's really that unbearable, why not just leave Los Angeles? We get it. He's famous. He's one of the most recognized names in the world. But the paparazzi aren't lurking behind every tree across America. They're concentrated in specific zones, and LA is ground zero. Want privacy? Go to Omaha. Go to Idaho. Go anywhere but West Hollywood. There's a reason you don't see these paparazzi moments in random towns. Most celebrities who genuinely want peace have figured this out. But Bieber? He continues to step out at trendy restaurants and public spots in the middle of Los Angeles, almost as if he's asking for attention and then begging for sympathy when it shows up. To make things more dramatic, he recently called the police, saying the paparazzi were being reckless. The video he posted? It's just him pointing to cars and saying they're following him. No major action, no near accidents, nothing that screams danger. But he's panicking, and some people are buying into the narrative that he needs to be saved. But saved from what? He has all the money in the world, access to private security, luxury cars, private chefs, private airports. He's 30-something and still moving like a confused teen star, looking over his shoulder like he's being hunted. If it's really this bad, help yourself. Move. While Bieber deals with his crisis, Diddy's problems are on a whole other level. He reportedly rejected a plea deal in his federal racketeering and trafficking case, with his lawyers pushing the idea that he's more of a swinger than a trafficker. But here's the real problem. He's facing RICO charges. And RICO charges are no joke. They're meant for taking down entire criminal enterprises. But the question is, how is he in a RICO by himself? Isn't RICO supposed to involve an entire crew? To make things worse, the judge denied Diddy's request to keep the infamous Cassie hallway video out of the case. And now that the world has seen that video, him allegedly kicking Cassie in a hotel hallway, public opinion has shifted. Before the footage surfaced, there were doubts. People didn't know who to believe. But once the video came out, the whole story changed. No more excuses. No more benefit of the doubt. It's clear that something went down, and Diddy might finally be facing the consequences for years of behavior that went unchecked. This could be karma catching up with him. After all the stories, all the rumors, all the whispers, this might just be the universe cashing in. Meanwhile, Megan Thee Stallion seems to be following in Nicki Minaj's footsteps in more ways than one. From her music style to her visuals, fans are starting to feel like they've seen it all before. The industry's becoming a loop of recycled aesthetics, and people are beginning to ask, do we even need a Nicki clone? Why not just bring Nicki back and skip the imitation? Then there's Kanye West, always good for a headline. He says he wants to be interviewed by Joe Rogan again. But with the kind of wild, unfiltered rants Kanye's been dropping lately, who would want to be responsible for that chaos? Rogan might not even want that smoke. Kanye's interviews have become unpredictable marathons of scattered thoughts, ego explosions, and half-baked theories. If you sit down with Kanye, you better be ready to co-sign the storm he brings, and not everyone's built for that. In typical Kanye fashion, he's also lined up another interview with Neon Ye and SNITCHES, which seems to be his new wave of media outreach. But even Cardi B said it herself. Kanye is the worst enemy to have. He's unpredictable, emotional, and when he's mad, the whole internet knows. So now that he's in his live streaming era, expect a flood of chaotic content every week. It's no longer about music or fashion. It's about Kanye versus the world, again. Complex's Speedy asked Stephen A. Smith what would really happen if he ever swung on LeBron James, and his answer was wild but honest. He pointed to a 350-pound man next to him, his bodyguard, and said, "That's like my brother." It wouldn't have been good for LeBron. But let's be real, LeBron's a billionaire. You think he doesn't have security? If a real fight broke out, nobody would win. Still, Stephen made a point. At the end of the day, we're grown men. Getting into fights over words is childish. All he did was speak his opinion on LeBron's son, and he got attacked for it. And he's right. If you're friends with athletes, they sometimes expect you to lie for them. But that doesn't work in media. Truth and friendship don't always mix. NBA YoungBoy went back to the mud and shut it down, living up to his name. But if he ever complains about being famous or not being able to go to the mall, he needs to check himself. At this point in his career, he doesn't need to walk through Foot Locker. He's got a full team who can buy, return, and shop for him. The mall is not that exciting, and complaining about fame when you're actively living in the spotlight is a contradiction. And then there's Lil Kim, who's become the center of some unexpected drama. Apparently, she's holding back her ex's music after he had a baby on her. She was supposed to be helping this young artist, pushing him musically, maybe giving him a shot at success. But it looks like things got messy fast. The guy claims he never disrespected her, even trusted her enough to sign a contract his lawyer told him not to. Then, out of nowhere, she ghosted him. Months passed. No word. No contact. Then when he tried to release music, she tried to pull it down. His frustration is loud and raw. He says she could have just reached out and told him not to release anything. They could have talked, got lawyers involved, and moved on like professionals. But now it's personal. Now it's petty. She's mad, and she's letting emotion interfere with business. According to him, this all stems from a personal betrayal. He had a baby with someone else, and Kim didn't like that. But how does that turn into blocking music? This is why some people don't like mixing business with personal relationships. It always ends messy. And let's not forget about Dody, the rapper who appeared on Kendrick Lamar's GNX album and then turned around and dissed him. He called Kendrick AB*******H. Yes, the same Kendrick who gave him a platform. But now, Dody's walked it back with a public apology, admitting Kendrick blessed him and he was out of line. And that's the cycle. Someone helps you, then you turn them into an enemy. And when you realize they had all the power, you crawl back with an apology. This is why artists are hesitant to help newcomers. The gratitude disappears quickly, replaced by ego. This is what the industry looks like right now, a maze of breakdowns, lawsuits, betrayals, and public apologies. From Justin Bieber battling his own fame, to Diddy dodging RICO charges, to Kanye building his own chaotic media machine, the celebrity world has never been this explosive. And the worst part? It's all playing out in real time. No filters. No delays. Just a live feed of celebrity implosions, one headline at a time.